Hey everybody, welcome back. I owe everybody an apology. Last week I was sick. The week before that we had a hurricane. I just am behind. So I know a couple of folks have been asking about the grades on the literary analysis paper. I am working on those, but I just got behind. So I apologize for that. If there's any confusion over that or anything else, please don't hesitate to reach out. But I just wanted to let everybody know all at once that I am aware that that grade is not in there yet. So we will be getting those back soon. In the meantime, let's take a look at where we are. It is week 12, and what that means is that you are working on the next paper, the longer lit research paper, as well as the presentation. Now, technically, neither one of those things is due until the end of next week. So right now, you've got 2 weeks to work on those things. And essentially, it's the same information. So whether you do the presentation first or the paper first, it's the same basic content and information. So let's talk about it and go over that assignment a little bit more specifically. So go to the modules. We are in the longer literature section and weeks 12 and 13. So this week and next week are the last two of this particular section. So there are two lectures, one on just writing longer papers and how that kind of looks, and also a lecture on literary arguments. Essentially, in the previous paper, you did an analysis of a work of literature, and in the longer lit paper, you are looking at making a point using the literature. So a literary argument is a good way of phrasing that. You have already chosen through your previous assignments a work of fiction, drama, or a set of poems, and you have created a biography of the person responsible, the author. Um, and so then you have the next step, which is the short abstract on the historical or social context of the work, which was last week. And then the two bigger assignments, the oral presentation, the video presentation, and the research paper are not due until the end of next week. But you've got the samples and you've got the information all in this module. Now, several people have asked also about recording presentations. I do not require you to have an audience. And I think some people may have looked at an older, like I think it might have been in the sorry, getting four messages at once. Might have been in the assignment guide where you were told you had to have an audience and record your presentation. That is no longer true. That went away during COVID, and I just didn't update the assignment guide because there really wasn't anything else to fix. But it says so right here in the module that you need to record it. It's ideal if somebody can record it for you and you deliver the presentation to a real person or persons, but you can also record it yourself. You do need to have a PowerPoint, and you're going to give me the PowerPoint along with a link to the video. The ideal way to complete the video is to upload the video to YouTube. You do not have to make it public. You can leave it as unlisted, I think is what it's called. And that way, only people who you send the link will be able to view the video recording. If you are going to record and directly upload into Canvas, you need to be prepared that it is going to be hard to do. It's going to take a long, long time. And if you have not the greatest internet, it may not work at all. Video recordings are long, and so they're They take up a lot of space. There's two main ways that you can record this, well, three that you can record it yourself. One is to record directly in YouTube. I mean, in PowerPoint. PowerPoint will let you turn on the video camera and be in the presentation. Personally, I prefer what I use, which is to use a Zoom. You don't have to have anybody in the Zoom with you. You just record it. But the Zoom allows you to do what I'm doing, which is screen sharing. So in your case, it would be the PowerPoint. And then, of course, you appear in the box. Either way, you can upload the video to YouTube and then send me a PowerPoint and a link to the video. If you record directly in PowerPoint, just make sure that you are on video. This is not just a verbal presentation. This is a presentation like you would give in a class. So make sure that you are doing that. I'm going to go over the paper assignment one more time because several people had asked questions about that. So let me go ahead and go back to the module and talk a little bit about the paper. So you are writing a research paper about your chosen work. You need to, of course, cite the text itself, which is your primary source. You need to have plenty of quotations from the literature itself. And then you need to have at least 3 to 4 well-regarded and documented secondary or tertiary sources. So you are using MLA for the format and the documentation, and the essay itself will be 5 pages. That never includes the works cited page. So you are going to focus on what you've done before, which is the formal elements, analyzing the work of literature, and tying that to greater social context. So meaning. And you can rely on what other people say about it. If you don't know what you want to write about, you can definitely rely on what other people have said about it and let that kind of be your guide. But most importantly, if you have trouble finding resources, you need to reach out to our librarian. Nora Rackley is the person who is most clearly associated with our course and my requirements, but any of the librarians can help you. There's even live chat with the librarians during open hours. So feel free to get some extra help if you need help locating sources. Anything else, of course, you can reach out to me. The rubric's right here to kind of tell you what to expect. And that's really it. So that's what we're working on right now is the paper and the presentation, which is essentially the paper in presentation form. Okay. Hopefully that clears some things up. If you have any questions, please reach out ASAP. I am happy to chat with you about it.